Hello viewers, hello God lovers, hello friends. How are you all doing? It's been quite a while. I haven't been able to, shoot any video. I think, will I say in a couple of days now? I don't want to say weeks. I don't think it's up to. But good to see every one of you. Hope everybody is doing fine. A lot has been happening around our world, and sometimes you can't help but stop to ponder. Was it on the 7th of May? I think Johnny Lamb of the Daystar Christian Network passed, and we were still trying to take all that in and just say, okay, what next? It's going to be fine. And then just some 2 3 days ago, I think precisely on our Nigerian Nollywood, Alex Ikubo, it was really too much. You know, I was just, I was just lost of words. I just couldn't believe it. But then somebody said life is nothing but a vapor. So it's something for every one of us to learn from, and especially that of Joni. I've been following the story ever since her late husband Marcus Lamb, passed in 2021. It hit me hard then because my father passed shortly before then, and then Marcus Lamb, and I was like, what is going on? And then now again, the wife, I think 3 years after. And it makes you to truly want to wonder, what is in life? What is in life? Really, really, really nothing. Nothing. But then it brought to, you know, my awareness and many more people's awareness, which I know even long before now we were all aware of, that nobody lives forever. Nobody lives forever. But as believers, we know you leave the world, you know, alive in a sense, meaning you're being translated to another kind of life, a higher one beyond here. But not living this world alive is just saying to the earth here, your earthly body is dead and buried to it. So back to Johnny, I have been following the story, like I said, and it made me really begin to wonder. And all I have been exclaiming a lot recently is the devil is mean. The devil is really, really a very wicked person. I will always remember my pastor, Bishop David Oyedepo, always saying, the devil is all out to see that you go to hell. But you too, the child of God, swear and be all out to let him down and make it to heaven. So he alone will suffer the eternal damnation that awaits him for disobeying God, you know. So this beautiful family, all the hard work, Marcus and Johnny Lamb put into the Daystar Christian Network, and all that hard work, so many things they did. We know how they touched lives positively, not just within America, across the globe, Africa, Asia, and the likes of them. And then at the end, the story started going somehow, you know, starting out with the, let me just say, allegedly, for now, the claims that a son-in-law molested a granddaughter of the family, and then it got into, after a while during COVID, a lot happened. Marcus passed, and then Johnny, shortly after, I think they said 6 months after, was dating a man who has professed love for his wife and has always preached about staying in your marriage. He divorced the wife. Nobody knows if it's just to be with Johnny, but the way events happened looked like it was intentional, just for him to leap over to the other side. Like it was an advantage he wanted to take, and so many other things since after that, ministry money being spent anyhow, a lot of things, going haywire and all that. And The son thought, you know, to really come out and speak up. He's a grown up man. It's okay when sometimes you really want to like sit your parents down and tell them, see, my children do it sometimes. I have three grown up adults, a boy and two girls, or rather, yeah, a boy and two girls, but twins, and then, one more who is the last one. And then trying to call the mom to order, saying, we don't think this, we don't think this. Call the sisters with their husbands, and they tried talking to her, but she wouldn't budge. And then it seemed as if the son went against her, but not really going against her. He felt he was following the biblical principles when it comes to how things should be done as in ministry. And, you know, the whole thing went out of hand. And before we know it, time passed, this happened, that happened, a whole lot. I can't say it all here because of time factor. But then before we know it, now Johnny is gone, just like that. And one would think that, if you were told before time, like I had from the news and so many others like that, I would have loved to attach some clips here. But then I'm like, it will take more time. But I believe that some of us that are conversant with the story will know what I'm talking about. So I began to wonder in the line of, you know, did she put the family in order? Did she try to bring her children together? You understand? That is Rachel, Jonathan, Rachel, and Rebecca. Did she do all she could, as a mother, as a matriarch, to see that peace is restored to the family before she, went to the life beyond? And it made me to start wondering about family. Family is everything, people. Family is everything. I see a lot happening around our world now. Any little thing, people just want to cut off. People want to walk away. People want to, just for their sanity. I'm not saying those people are wrong. Some even want to like put up boundaries. You wouldn't blame anybody for doing that if it gets out of hand. But I now wonder, I said, God's purpose for family was for good, was for family to stick together. But sometimes we find out that there are these little foxes that destroys the vine. You understand? Maybe with the spouses, with the children, or sibling relationship, one thing or the other. It could be with the family business. It could be with, even while everybody is living their individual lives, something is happening. Or when members of families start getting married to somebody else who is coming in with their own kind of training from their home and all that, and everything just, I don't know, just goes in a way that one does not expect. Recently, truly, I have been seeing a lot of families go through a lot of this. And you remember that childhood was so beautiful. Life was good. You stuck together as a family. You were there to defend one another. You were there to weather the storms together. You were there to do a whole lot together as a family. But these days, we just see people who, just for some selfish reasons or for not wanting to listen to others and understand their point of view. And then yours also will be understood and a common ground will be found for the family to stand on to resolve their issues. We see many people just going their way, doing their own thing. And it made me to wonder, for those of us who profess to be born again and are Christians, even in the Christendom, sometimes it seems to be worse. And I ask myself, is this what God meant family to be? Is it it? Is this it? He said, you know, 1,000. One will chase 8,000, but two will chase, I think, about 10,000. And then together, family unity, I see these days being bastardized, words being thrown across one another, things being said. And sometimes you're like, these words, you can't take them back. Sometimes out of anger, a lot has been said because the situation went out of hand. Yet again, you look around, you still see many families that are there as very good examples. And you ask yourself, what are they doing that some others are not doing? What are they doing that some others are not doing? May God help us to understand. So that's it. They on truth in every word. I think I will pick up this topic from the next one because I don't want this video to be too long. So we'll see how we wrap it up in the next one. God bless you all. I love you all. I remain your one and only true friend, not one and only just kidding around. I remain your friend Adezadina, and God bless you for sharing this time with me. All right.